go step by step. Let's go step by step. Let's go step by step. All right. Look at, since I have this here, I wouldn't like to pick in here because this place is already too close. But assuming you want to do it, that is not as if it's a crime because you can use the first entry. All right. Let's see what happens. Okay, let me pick this. Let me show you guys. I am taking this. Right. This side and this side. Remember now, I already have my trend line. All right, my bearish trend line. I have one zone of resistance. All right, now I want to get another zone, whether support or resistance, whatever you call it is okay. So I'm taking these two now. I want to grab from these two. All right, so what do I do? Let's first of all delete this. Right, so let's delete this. I'm not going to edit much out of this video because you need to see everything. All right, now there are two ways I can do it. Look at this third point in the middle. I can decide to put it from this high of that one, this particular high, or put it from this high. All right, so let's start. Let's assuming that out of these 2 points, I put it on the high. I want to show you how much you'll be correct no matter what you do. I put it on the high, the lower high, all right, which is this one. So I use it as a reference point. I put that. All right, some of this I'm doing now, I didn't do it when I was doing my normal distance. All right, so these 2 points of resistance, so we get it. Now, if you get to this place, you see it formed a support here, which is nice. Look at it as support here. It formed a support here. Now, as resistance here. But most important thing, did you see what happened here? Breakout and retest here. Breakout and retest. Remember, when you learn master this, it is not only intersection of trend line you are trading. You know when to take your breakout and retest. All right. You also know that breakout and retest here. So I want to delete now. You can pause the video and zoom in and examine all that before you move. You need to delete them in order to. I've already made my point. All right, the point I want to make. All right, I already make the point for those ones, so I don't need those. Listen, I just need to use it to show you. All right, so let's now go. Let's now zoom in. What did you notice? Of course, there was a breakout here since. All right, a breakout here since. All right, and it went down. For those that want to trade normal, just ordinary breakout, it could work. But watch exactly when price came back, because here can create a lot of confusion, because here is retest. But remember, if you take it here, if you have enough stop loss, you'll be able to avoid being taken out by this point. All right, when market came there. Okay, when market came there. All right, but you remember what happened here? What actually happened here was that when market came to give us a third point of trend line, which happened to be intersection, where we're supposed to take our tree, we're supposed to take it here. Now, assuming you didn't take it here, you see after it break out of this point, the market came back. Look at, we have tweezer top here that also doubled as what? Bearish reversal, bearish engulfing. All right, tweezer top for these two candles, bearish what? Engulfing. All right, we can call it bearish engulfing with good rejection of higher prices. And what happened? If you are taking the trade here and put your stop loss above here, the market keep going down. The market keep going down. They never came back again. So did you see that? All right, that is talking about our confluence. After he hit the intersection here, all right, he came back and break below the this thing. Remember, intersection means that we're expecting price to keep going down. Assuming you miss this intersection, you came, the intersection has occurred. You say, it has moved and you are waiting. This is a second opportunity you have taken it just via doing this horizontal support or resistance, just using the method. You can go back and revisit the method we use in getting it done. All right. So let's try another. You can basically do this, keep doing this, and keep doing all of this. Okay, I want to get, you see this point. You see this point. Look at this point. Look at this point. I don't know. Right? So this basically is taking this point. You see this point here. Let me zoom in. You can start by just marking out every, like me at this stage, I no longer mark out every point. For instance, now if I take here, you see what I saw, what I will see here will be that if I take here, now, then I'm seeing support, see it as support or resistance here. Are you seeing that as support or resistance here? Plus there is going to be a hit of here and here. But these two major points, if I take it, I will just pick my and put it there. You see it, support, turn, resistance here. All right. So, but you learn how to read, because you can see this one now, it did not really retest it. If this thing is a real market, you may not know whether it's going to work or it's not going to work. All right. But remember, the first thing you need to remember is that this market is in downtrend. So you're expecting anytime you hit and retest as a resistance, retesting this each of the horizontal support or resistance as resistance, because it's downtrend, is likely going to go. But here it didn't touch it, it didn't get it correctly. All right, it didn't hit it. But if you take these two, you discover that you are good. You take this one, so we are taking here, we took here and here. What did you see? You see, so meaning that when you draw your support and resistance, assuming you draw many lines, like me now, I no longer draw many lines, but as you are learning, this is probably very good for you. You draw many lines so that you are watching at the point of, remember, this market is downtrend right now. All right. So the likeliness that whenever it come and test the zone, in terms of just, we're not talking about intersection, we're talking about just normal breakout. All right. And retest. All right. Like here, breakout and retest is likely to go down because the market is actually in downtrend and it has not reached a turning point. This is 4-hour time frame. When it happens, you always take a lot of time. That's why when you go to 1 minute time frame to begin, or lower time frame to come and be taking your trade, you'll be seeing a lot of opportunities. All right. All right. So I'm just trying to show you guys a whole lot of things in terms of, okay, let's now pick this close area, this point. Now I'm picking it. All right, let me mark it first. I want to pick this point right here. It's probably going to coincide with this point and this point. Guys, during studies, this is what you do. That's why I want to take you through exactly something like this. So I place it there. All right. So I place it there. Let me remove this thing to be sure that okay, it wasn't at the summit of it. So I raise it because that's my reference point. So I'm putting at the summit. So you can see it plays here, it touches here, it touches here in the forward edge. But look at this point. Look at what it did at this point. Look at what it did at this point. At this point, are you seeing this point? A retest after a breakout. When it retests, now look at the kind of retest all these things normally do. All right, look at the retest, the nature of the retest, because this is what we tell you to know the kind of retest you will take and know the ones you need to ignore. All right. For instance, if you look at this point, if you okay, wait. Oh, this one is giving me so much problem. All right, so if you look at this point, the points at a whole, you see there's a retest here. There's something like a retest here. All right, at this point, but it kept going until until it hits here. Now, if you study, in fact, I will give it to you as an assignment to study the retest around this zone and be able to tell me what you think is the difference. What you think is the difference. All right, tell me what you think is the difference. Tell me what you think is the difference. Tell me what you think is the difference. I want you to study this and tell me what you think is the difference.